with Charlie, just saying, I think there for the rest of my life, and I think there's other people out there that are going to say this, is I'm going to go in my mind. I'm always going to ask myself, well, what would Charlie say on this? What would Charlie think on this? I know my kids. I know this for a fact. They have questions all the time where they ask themselves, what would Dad think about this? What would Dad think about this? Because you're a great teacher if you don't need, quote, phone calls anymore, because the kids have learned, right? What Dad would think about it. But the I say tragic but joyful part is sometimes dads are gone forever and you just can't ask them anymore. And those are the questions you don't want to have. Where you say, God, what would my father have said before he died? What would my grandfather have said before he died after fighting in the British Army? So don't get those questions. But I will forever be saying, what would Charlie say on this? And I'll finish up with this. I've been trying to finish up, I know. I think Charlie would say, that don't worry about him. He's in paradise. Okay? And the first follow-up question I would ask him, well, what about Erica and the kids? And I think that Charlie would go right to, I learned about it with the Gilbert Morris books. It's called The House of Winslow, 42 nice little books with Christian messages. And one of the authors, Gilbert Morris, was a pastor. He was the author, Gilbert Morris. In every single one of the House of Winslow books, he would always say, Jesus is father of the fatherless, father to the fatherless. That was a continued theme, because there's so many guys that have lost their lives over the centuries and decades. Morris writes back to the Mayflower. He does historical fiction, but in kind of a real conversational and Christian message way. So if there's ever supposed to be mandatory reading, in today's public school system, it's Gilbert Morris in the House of Winslow. There's 42 of them. I drive my wife crazy. I've read one of them, I think, like about 40 times. Anyway, but he always says he's father of the fatherless. There have been so many widows and so many orphans. And and I think Charlie would say, if he would say, drop my name, Greg, if it means my message and God's message and stuff is going to grow. That's the whole point. He said time and time again that he was a regular human being and we all die. I just didn't expect a guy 31, but the messages, and as I say, the messages he carried throughout. When I said in the very beginning that we don't deserve it, Charlie Kirk. And full disclosure, I'm a huge Kirk fan. I didn't agree with Charlie on a number of issues. I was raised in a different background than Charlie was. I was raised up in Quebec and Montreal. We all have different views on life. It's funny. I think I'm the only non-gun owner in the United States. I think maybe in Arizona. I'm not a gun guy. Charlie was. I'm a Second Amendment guy. But if you ever want to, I would say do your homework. Just go to YouTube, search Charlie Kirk, and make sure you've got about maybe 2 or 3 days just to get through the videos. I would think he would say that he has no problem whatsoever moving on to a greater good, providing that his message grows and continues to grow. He would never have even dreamed how exponentially it will grow, as we've already seen. So as cavalier as it sounds, I think Charlie would be totally good with this, provided we're carrying the message and we're taking care of Erica and the kids. That's a biggie. I've never seen anything like Erica Kirk's speech within 24 hours of his death. I've never seen anything like it. I'll feature it in a future show.